Alright, what is up guys? Welcome to today's video. And today, it took a while for me to make this video because I wanted to give time to let cement and play with it a little bit. But I'm finally going to give you guys my Nintendo Switch 2 review. I did make a short version a while back when I first got the Nintendo new system, just setting it up. So it's been about a month since I had it, and honestly, I have no complaints. I'll bring it to you. So first, obviously, it didn't come like this. Y'all know I'm addicted to the shell, so I changed it. In the video, I did change it to, when on the video I mentioned about changing it to a transparent shell. It was transparent, I wasn't messing with it. So we are matcha green. Matcha's nasty, but we got matcha green. So for comparison, this is, like I said, I like to change the shell. This is my old Switch, right? It's done good, I have no complaints. But if we do a size comparison, y'all, this is crazy. I would turn this on to do some comparisons, but I can't because it's dead. It's been dead for a long time. But first things first, I'm gonna get into, you could tell the size, right? Now, for some people, the size would bother them. No, this is still a pretty perfectly good size handheld to me. This is just about the size of a Steam Deck, right? Like this, in retrospect, it did its purpose. I still have this, which, not trying to be a salesperson, but I'm trying to sell this. I'm selling it for $350. It includes a 1 terabyte SD card and the dock, the charger. It comes with 4 other Joy-Cons and 6 games that I'm getting rid of. So if anybody wants that, check it out. Anyway, but the size does not bother me. The screen, oh my God, the graphics on this thing, impeccable. I know a lot of complaints from other people was about the battery. In retrospect, I have no issue. I keep using that, wow. For me personally, I have no issues with the battery right now. I understand if people are on this thing and playing it for forever, but at most, the longest I'll play on this Switch consistently is gonna be like 3 hours, right? And I think from 100%, me playing it for 3 hours, I don't think, it doesn't go below 40. When I first got it as well, I was nervous about the little magnetic, but honestly, I have no problems. This one's actually kind of 10 times harder, unless there's someone that just, you're mad and you just break it, but this is really hard to break, to be honest with you. This little trigger right here helps a lot, and it goes right there, and you just like that. With the old one, I was always nervous about breaking it, also because it's a little sensitive. Like, eventually, I think one of mine just shoots up. Well, they did, but one of them without, I'm trying to sell it, I'm not trying to mess it up. But this button right here, the sliding is cool too. There's nothing wrong with the sliding. This, it's so much more satisfying, right? I could just be sitting relaxing. You know what, here, just like that. I'll play some sound for you. The sound on this thing is absolutely incredible. I was playing, don't make fun of me, I was playing YouTubers Life. I loved watching Dan TDM play it growing up, but listen to the sound. Well, hold on, there we go. Well, this game's not really the best example, but it is pretty loud. I just look at the quality. The color is so much richer. Sorry about the reflection, but the color is just so much richer. The only thing that I was a little upset or taken back by was the fact, which I should have did research before I got it, obviously, right? If I looked into it, I would have known. But I mentioned that for this Switch, I had a 1 terabyte SD card, right? You know what? Perfect, man. I could take that one out and put it in this thing. No. So if you plan on getting a Nintendo Switch 2 soon, just know you're gonna need an express card. Because the computering that is within this one compared to this is 10 times faster. And so because of that, this can keep up with a standard micro SD card because it's not as fast. I will say that's another thing. Getting in and out of games, pausing and all that, 10 times faster than this one. But the express cards, the micro SD cards, they're specifically made. Same thing, I know, and I'm kind of a nerd when it comes to technology stuff, but I know because I have to use it for film, just photography and all that stuff. But this is just super fast to the point where you need an express. You need a card that'll be able to hold it. Let me show you the 1 terabyte card that I had. Here we go. This little thing right here was, oh, focus. It's because I'm in it. I can't focus on anything else. Stop playing. I hope y'all can, holy crap, I hope y'all can see it. But yeah, this was the micro SD card that I was using for my old Switch. And first of all, I plugged this thing in here. I'm like, my God, I can't wait. It said, what do you mean? And the only reason why I was freaking out at first, mind you, I didn't do a lot of research when I was impulsively buying this, but I thought that, dang, some of my data from the physical card games was saved on here, which it wasn't, which is another thing that I want to talk about that was great. The transition from this to this was amazing. All I literally had to do was plug this in. There's a loose screw in one of these. All I had to do was plug this in to the power cord, right? Make sure they're both connected to the same Wi-Fi. Put it next to each other, boom. It automatically sensed the other one. It just took all my data and put it here. Now, I will say it took about an hour for all of my stuff, which is crazy because I don't have that much actually on here. But I literally think, now, to say if, hey, should I get the Nintendo Switch 2? I say it depends. Like I said about the battery, for me, I don't have any problem with the battery because I'm not on my Switch all the time. At most, the longest I would be on my Switch consecutively is 3 hours, right? So I could have been fine with this one, but for me personally, there's a lot of cool games that are coming out that are exclusive for the Nintendo Switch 2. Another cool thing, now you can't put Nintendo Switch 2 game cards into this, the old one, but you can take all of your old ones and put them into here. And you could still buy some old ones and still put them onto there. It's very reverse compatibility, which is the same thing with like Xbox and PlayStation and all that. So definitely it's a great investment, but if you don't play your Switch already in itself aggressively, you're perfectly fine with this. Now it depends what games you're trying to play though, like I said, and there's exclusive, but the only exclusive game I was trying to get was Star Fox, and when the new when the new Kingdom Hearts thing comes out, just stuff like that. But if you're not a heavy gamer and you already have this, there's no need to rush for an upgrade until eventually they're gonna start shutting this thing down. But I don't think they won't do that for another good 5 years, simply because there's still semi-issues with this one because it's still brand new. So the one thing I thought was like, oh, you know what? I can't wait to add YouTube and Crunchyroll on here. Those are the only things, because Hulu, we don't really use that on here, but Crunchyroll and YouTube. Because it's still new, they don't have an app version for that yet. So you can't download any watchable stuff on here yet. There's still certain games. Technically, there's not a Minecraft for the Nintendo Switch 2 out yet. Thankfully, I had Minecraft, the game card, so I could put it in here. Majority of the games that you put, there's separate new transfer it. You're gonna have to re-download a bunch of games for free, but there's a Nintendo Switch version. So Fortnite, for example, I had to re-download Fortnite because there's a Fortnite for this. I think they actually just released a Minecraft for this, or they're still working on it. They either released that they're working on it, or they release it's coming out soon. I can't remember. I don't watch the Nintendo Directs actively as it happens. I go on Twitter and see that after. But honestly, I do believe it's worth the money that it is. Not off the bat though, actually, no. 500, absolutely not. But it was only $500 if you got like the option if it comes with Poketopia or the new Mario game. But this one alone, I think was like $460 something. So I think it's worth it, but it depends on you as a gamer. What type of gamer are you? If you're not a heavy gamer, stick with this. There's no need, right? But just like iPhones, eventually you will need to upgrade. This Switch has been out for, I think, about officially almost 4 years. No, actually longer than that, because I remember having this during COVID. So it's been out for a while. So I guess I'd give it an extra 5 more years. Eventually you're gonna need to update this. Same thing they did with 3DS. They shut down the online services for this, but I feel like they shouldn't because it's the same thing. They're the same thing. But eventually give yourself a good 5 to 6 more years with this, and then eventually move to this. Hopefully when the prices go down, but prices for everything are going up. Did y'all see the Apple $200 surcharge price? That's crazy. And I think eventually consoles are gonna go up because I don't know what recession we're going through, but PlayStation 5s are almost gonna be $800 now. Xboxes and all that, Nintendo Switch 2s are gonna start to go up to $600. This might go up to $400, which is not worth it anymore. Compared to this, I would have been crazy. That was a big, but overall, get a Nintendo Switch 2. Just get it. Just impulsively get that thing, because this, people worry about the size, this is a perfect size for me. This works for me, just like this. And if you're cool enough and you want to do the whole mechanical thing yourself, even though you can pay somebody to do it, but I buy a kit off Amazon, they give me all the things I need to do. Replace the shell, unless you like the black. But I'm freaking with this matcha cream. They need to come out with multicolors, like they did with the light. That's it. So I guess if you've been thinking about it, let this be a sign to go get it. I have nothing bad to say about it. Also, this is my case. By the way, I'm also a big Zelda fan, so I got a really cool Zelda case. Look at that. Watch when I open the game cards. Look at that. You see that? But that was it. And I think I'll do more reviews like this. I think I might get the new Xbox. I've been holding on to my Xbox One for a long time, so I think I might buy the new one, because that's another thing that I do a lot. There's certain years where I just go in and buy the newest one so then I can be fine for a good minute. I got my PlayStation 5 last year. Yeah, 2025. Yeah, 2025 for my 18th birthday. I got my PS5 because I was like, I shouldn't have to get a new PlayStation for a long time, hopefully, because that also was my only second ever PlayStation. Mine is my PS2, but I had a PS4 only 2 years prior to that, and I only got it to play The Last of Us and Spider-Man. Now I mainly play my games on my PlayStation. I don't buy Xbox games anymore because the majority of them I can get on Steam or they're on the PlayStation. But that's a whole nother battle in itself. That's a whole nother video because this whole PlayStation versus Xbox battle is just ridiculous. But thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, if you're thinking about it, let this be a sign. Go get it because you only got one life. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.